Well, we shouldn't actually, well, waste more time on that. Let's hope that we really can get him on the phone. He's in traffic, and you are going to give us answers to that particular
Yes,
question.
even though initially, even in our earlier conversation, I've mentioned that state governors are not directly responsible for security. But look at what the Kano state governor did. At every time there is an attack in Kano, he rushes back. If he's away from Kano, he rushes back to Kano. The first thing he does is that he visits the scene of the attack. That's the first thing he does. And then he commiserates with the people and and then instill confidence in them that, look, the government is going to do its best and this is what we are going to do. But tell me some of the things that happen. He goes over it. And you know what? It gives people confidence that, look, we have a governor that is willing to listen and is ready to do something about it. And that's the beauty of it.
Well, I think Mr. Bedamos is back online. Good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, Solomon. How are you?
I'm good. Fantastic. Sorry about the traffic situation. Well, one of the issues with live shows. Well, did you hear the questions I posed to you or my comments earlier on?
I think you're going to have to repeat it. I didn't hear it.
Okay, we have Ismail Ahmed, is a member of the APC here. We've been looking at potpourri of issues here. Specifically, we have talked about the security situation in the country, and he says the way the PDP-led government has been handling it hasn't been fantastic. He said for the APC, they would have handled it more differently by meeting with the people, visiting scenes, and also, well, doing more for the military. What's your take on that?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat the question.
Well, maybe. Well, would want you to tell us your assessment as a PDP member of the security situation, or how your government, the PDP-led government, have been handling the security situation in parts of the Northeast.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
I'm sure we're having situations, well, really problems.
Hello?
We can hear you, and once the questions come, I think the phones really go bad. Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
It's slightly better, yes.
Slightly better.
Hello?
Well, I think I will have to do this again, or probably some other time. Can you hear me now? Well, he's well in transit. Well, it happens with the phone connection sometimes, and
So you're stuck with me now.
and that I'm stuck with you. Well, he will have it his day. Definitely, we have to have a balance. Well, definitely, I'm hoping that our producers can bring him live here tomorrow. But our closing moments with you now, you know, we try to look at situations and put them in proper perspective, trying to see how we can bring about solutions to these matters. Well, it breaks the heart of every human to see that young boys, young girls, babies, women and children are being killed on a daily basis in parts of the country. What would you suggest? Well, as a politician and as a lawyer, not speaking with anyone like anyone who has some military expertise, what would you suggest that we do more differently to get out of this situation?
Well, I think a lot of people will give you their ideas on how to get out of the situation. They say that when a football team is losing a match, then everybody becomes a coach. And everybody will tell you how much of an expert he is in security matters. I think these things are different completely when it comes into the field game. As a politician, I know that the first responsibility of any politician who happens to be in government, when there is a challenge, you would have to own up to that challenge first and foremost, and accept that this is a challenge, and show the people in whose mandate and stride he is working that he is working on their mandate, and that they have him there whenever they need him. As first and foremost, you instill confidence in people, and this courage. You give them this courage to move on and go on. We've seen it happen over and over again. There are famous quotes of war times of Winston Churchill or Franklin Roosevelt, or even Obama during the Cincinnati and during the Connecticut shooting of small children. Leaders go out from front, not because it's going to stop immediately, because they want to tell people, you know what, I'm here, and we will do this together, and we'll fight this together. It has a way of healing and unifying the country around a single purpose. So government will have to start doing that. The president will have to start showing that he is a president by showing true responsibility. It has to stop from all this patronage system of having tender boards as Federal Executive Council meetings and then give additional contracts and appointments. I was disappointed yesterday at the declaration. The only thing Bafara could say about the president doing for the Northwest was that he has given them enough appointments. I mean, if that is an achievement, I don't know what you read as an achievement. You have to show true leadership. And leadership is a quality, it's not a position.
Let me ask you as a politician quickly, an appointment of such, doesn't it also reflect in development in such region where the appointee is from?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You just satisfy one person or another.
Is it not supposed to?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. To me, no, it doesn't. What it does is that, it's not like saying that the women have 35%, what do you call, affirmative action in President Jonathan's government. And then a couple of few women get appointments into ministerial positions, and then you have 200 girls that are abducted from Chibok, and 200 days later they're not. Which is more important to a woman, her economy or her child? So I mean, you have to do more than just give appointments. It has to be a deliberate economic strategy to uplift the people. An appointment, a single appointment from Kano or Katsina or Sokoto or Lagos or Ogun is not going to cut it. How many people have done? They have just reached themselves. We know how these things go. So that's not the way it goes.
Well, a lot of people will say that appointments do have their place. I mean, because when those
Yes, they
appointments
do
are
have
not
a
made
place.
as well, it's also a subject of criticism. Oh, nobody was appointed from this particular area, and we don't feel like we're part of this particular government, you know. So it would seem that it's a balancing act of some sort.
But I think it's an electoral. I think that's an electoral gimmick. But you know, that's what satisfies people. Fine, you just give them appointments and go on. But at the end of the day, you still have this drastic backwardness, and then the person ends up just being someone who has just benefited from that government. But that's not the point. I think government have to show a true responsibility, the ability to respond to situations and be out there and be in the front and take charge of this. But when you have two sides to a story, and the side of the villain, if that is what you call, that is Boko Haram, gets the attention of the people, and it's somehow it's the truer fact, because you say you kill Sheikh today and then the next day he's seen on video dishing out sermons in the mosque, and then people tend to believe, you know, the other side much more than the government. So when you lose that confidence of government, element between the governor and the governed is trust and confidence, and I think that has sapped and is sapping the moral authority of this government to remain in office and take care of this insurgency problem is decaying by the day, because at every opportunity and every press release they say something, we see the complete opposite the next day or the next week. Wow. So this thing has caused a lot of problems.
Just
I
to
think the
show
government has to be front and center.
that we're not stuck with you, this is where we say many thanks for being such a nice company. Babatunde Badamasi, a member of the PDP, who's supposed to be our guest to speak on the side of the PDP. Well, we tried to also establish contact with him via phone, and we just couldn't get through. Well, let's hope that, subsequently he will join us to give his perspective or respond to some of these issues on national matters. We'd like to thank Ismail Ahmed, a member of the APC and also a lawyer, for finding time to join us this morning. Many thanks. And sorry, I still take a moment now. And when we return, we should see some comments from you. Yes, one must. That's after now. Well, time for us to look at just a few comments from you before we leave the studios. Let's see them. And this is from Roland. If the federal government feels its efforts being sabotaged. Why has it taken it over? Why has it taken it over? Just years to bring
Why
the
has it
so-called.
taken some years to bring the
Why
so-called
is it taking
sponsors?
years to bring the so-called sponsors to justice? Taking years. Okay, typo. I have to put that. Well, anyway, sometimes you get that up there. Many thanks again for being such nice coming down the show today. And again, let's hope that the PDP member, Babatunde Gbadamoso, should be able to join us subsequently to give the PDP side of its own comment made by Ismail Ahmed, a member of the APC. Sulaiman later.
We're also hoping that INEC will also offer explanations across board as to what has happened to PVC distribution in the states affected. Thank you for watching. I'm Maokwe Ogun.
Thank you for watching. I'm Nel Taigwe.
See you again then.